it's only for tonight. Call me if it's only for tonight. Your hands on my body, 'cause my body's what you like. I'm down if you're down to get it now. Call me, baby, if it's only for tonight. If it's only for tonight. Call me, baby, if it's only for tonight. Come as you are and leave as you please, as long as you're pleasing me, baby. Do what you want, you're not mine to keep, as long as you're driving me crazy. They say lovers never make it without someone wanting more, but I know my heart can take it. It's the only thing I know for sure. Baby, it ain't love, but I'm loving the way it feels. It ain't love, but I'm in it for all the thrills, yeah. Why does it have to be forever to count? It ain't love, but it's enough. Oh yeah, it ain't love, but it's enough. Oh yeah, kiss me right here, then kiss someone else. We don't know each other, each other. If you disappear, I still have myself, or I can just look for another. They say lovers never make it without someone wanting more, but I know my heart can take it. It's the only thing I know for sure. Baby, it ain't love, but I'm loving the way it feels. It ain't love, but I'm in it for all the thrills, yeah. Why does it have to be forever to count? It ain't love, but it's enough. Oh yeah, I need your love and I don't need your love. I need your love and I don't need your love. Oh, I need your love and I don't
No
need
question.
your love.
No, no, no,
It's
no.
the only thing I know for sure. Baby, it ain't love, but I'm loving the way it feels. It ain't love, but I'm in it for all the thrills, yeah. Why does it have to be forever to count? It ain't love, it's enough. Oh yeah, it ain't love, it's enough.
Good afternoon, everyone. Let's resume our meeting for this afternoon. Okay, first item will be NR, NC, and SIG chair election result. So we are happy to announce the election result. I hand over to the election chair. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Kenny. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bing, Vũ Thế Bing, and I have been appointed by the APNIC Executive Council to serve as a election chair for the elections of APNIC 60. And I am very pleased to say that the results are here with me, and there have been no disputes. And I have also been advised by the scrutineers, Ian Chin-Tan and John Sweeting, that they witnessed the vote downloading process, and there were no issues or anomalies to report. So everything went well. So I'm going to announce the results and the corresponding votes one by one. First one, NRNC election. So the poll for NRNC election closed on today, September 11, 2025 at 4:30 p.m. Vietnam time. And the following are ranked by votes. 1, Dives Tiagi, 411 votes. Second, Dima, 87 votes. 3, Asar H. Kuwaya, 53 votes. And 4, Lee Heng Ngu, 48 votes. And the total votes are 599 votes. So that means that the nominee who is successfully elected to the NRO number council is Deves Tiagi. Congratulations. Thank you. Number 2, for special interest group, SIC election. The polls for the SIC elections closed until today, September 11, 2025 at 2:30 Vietnam time, PM. Policy SIC chair. So the following are ranked by number of votes. Bikram Sreta, 159 votes. Bertrand Cherrier, 81 votes. So that means that the nominee who is successfully elected as a policy SIC chair is Bikram Sreta. Congratulations. Thank you. So for routing security SIC chair, due to a candidate withdrawing after the election commenced, Terry Switter was the only candidate for routing security SIC chair. He was elected by acclamation during the SIC session in accordance with the section 3.3 of the SIC guidelines. So could I please have a round of applause to confirm Terry's election as routing security SIC chair? Thank you. Cooperation SIC chair. Joy Chan was the only candidate for cooperation SIC chair, and she was elected by acclamation during the SIC session in accordance with section 3.3 of the SIC guidelines. So also, could I please have a round of applause, confirm Joy's election as cooperation SIC chair. Thank you. Next will be NIR SIC chair. Oanh Nguyen was also the only one candidate for NIR SIC chair and was elected by acclamation during the SIC session in accordance with section 3.3 of SIC guidelines. So please have a round of applause to confirm Oanh's election as an NIR SIC chair. Thank you. Next one is policy SIC core chair. And the following are ranked by number of votes. Shaila Shamin, 180 votes, 182 votes. Christopher Hawker, 71 votes. That means that the nominee who is successfully elected as a policy SIC core chair is Shaya Shamin. Congratulations. So number 3, about Ayana Arshi election. The polls for Ayana Arshi election closed on today, September 11, 2025 at 2:30 p.m. Vietnam time. Tomohiro Fujisaki was the only candidate for the Ayana Arshi. So please have a round of applause to confirm Tomohiro election to the Ayana Arshi. Thank you. So thank you. Pass to you, Kenny.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bin. And also congratulations for anyone who win the election to take the leadership position. Thank you, congratulations. So next, I'd like to move to ASO AC report presented by Akinori-san. Let's welcome Akinori.
No, good.
Okay. Okay. Oh, great. Thank you very much. Akinori Maemura, the APNIC is appointee to the NRONC, will deliver you the SOAC and NRONC report. I suppose it is a bit confusing because we use the two names for our own council, which is the Number Resource Organization Number Council. At the same time, Others Supporting Organization Others Council. What happened here is the NRO is the representative body of the 5 RIRs, and then ASO is the one of the supporting organizations in the ICANN. ICANN has the 3 supporting organizations, which are GNSO for the GTLD supporting organization, and then the CCNSO, country code supporting organization, country code TLD supporting organization. Then the GTLD and the CCTLD people are actually getting together in the ICANN, and then the IP address community chose to have the representative body, and then this NRO as the representative body fulfill the function of the ASO. That's why we have the NRNC and the SOAC. Then we have the we are doing some a number of the function. One is the to maintain the global policy, which is the IP address management policy, which the IANA need to comply. So we are why we are getting together at the SOAC is basically to recommend the global IP address policy, which is applied to the IANA and to the ICANN board. Then at the same time, as one of the supporting organizations, we have some more functions to serve in ICANN. So we are appointing the director, ICANN board directors, and then the appointing a person who serve in the nomination committee of ICANN. So it is basically what we are doing. Okay, here's the member of the NRONC. From the Asia Pacific region, we have the 3 representative, who is myself, Akinori Maemura, and then Nico-chan is over there, and then Madi. Where is Madi? I don't see. Okay, there. Madi serves in the NRNC until this December, and then congratulations for the David for the appointment to the next year and the next of next year. Other than APNIC region, we have the Kevin, Nick, and Amy from Arin region, Esteban, Jorge, Ricardo from LACNIC region, Elve, Constance, and Andre from RIPE-NCC region. We are now doing our job with 12 of the council members because we unfortunately have no members from the APNIC region. All right, 2025, we have the 3 focal area of work. Conducting the election for the seat 10 of the ICANN board, and then monitoring and then supporting the global policy development process, and conducting the ISP2 review process. The second bullet, monitoring and supporting global policy development process is actually our main job. Then we keep track of the policy development process in each RIL, although we have the global policy proposal for maybe around 10 years or something. But still, we go on and keep track of the global policy development process. First of all, I'd like to tell you that the appointment of the ICANN board member, this is already done around May. We appointed Christian Kaufmann, who is German, and then from the Leibniz region, for this seat for 3 years from October 2025. Christian is already serving in the ICANN board for almost 3 years, and so this appointment will be the second term, and he's doing great at ICANN board. So the detail of the selection process is available at the NRO, ASO Address Council website. No, ASO website, sorry. Okay. We have the other appointment to the ICANN body. First of all, Pablo Hinojosa, maybe this name is very familiar to you. The former the APNIC executive is appointed to the ICANN Nomcom for 2-year period. We are so happy to have Pablo accepted this position. That's really great resource for the ICANN Nomcom, because he has a very good knowledge for the peoples around the ICANN. And Hervé Clément, who is the chair of the NRONC, and myself, Akinori Maemura, was appointed to the ICANN's cross-committee working group on the review of reviews. A little bit mouthful kind of word, but ICANN is very, organized structure for the organizational review and the thematic review. And so now ICANN is working on to the comprehensive review of the review itself. So this cross-committee working group is for that. And then Hervé and myself will work on that. I served in ICANN board for 6 years, and I have some good sense for the reviews in ICANN. So I actually volunteer for this position, and then NRNC accepted. NRNC transparency, we have the upcoming face-to-face meeting in October, mid of October, no, November, sorry. Yeah, mid of November, and I will tell the detail later on. Our mailing list is open with the archives, and then our telephone conference, which is basically the first Wednesday of each month, which is open for the observer. Actually, we have in every meeting we have the several observers to keep track of our discussion. So please, if you're interested in to come to observe our telephone conference. So this is today's main topic, ICP2 review. We are doing the ICP2 review. ICP2 is the establishment criteria for the regional internet registry. And then we are now doing the review. We started this job in 2024, October. And then what we did is to compose the principal draft. And then we did one cycle of the public comment and consultation. And then the previous APNIC meeting, which was held in Putrajaya, Malaysia, we got together for the considering the drafting of the ICP2 revision. And then the first draft of the ICP2 revision was out in April. And then we had the second cycle of the consultation. And then this consultation result was considered in June in the ICANN plaque occasion. And then finally, I'm really happy to have that completed in time before this APNIC meeting. We published this second draft in August 28th, 2 weeks ago. Then the second version of the governance document for the recognition operation and the recognition of regional internet registry. That is the full name of this ICP2 revision. And then the nickname is the RYL governance document is available in this website. So as the version 2 was published in August 28th, and the consultation period is already started. So we are accepting that your comment and feedback to this second draft. And then the consultation will be until the November 7th. So guidance or feedback, several points here. Please share the feedback that is specific to the document. And then please be constructive to say something. But any comments will be taken into account for our discussion for the future consideration. To follow discussion, we have the mailing list, and then we do this kind of consultation we had yesterday. So mailing list is here, and then we thank you very much for your participation in our consultation session held in yesterday. That's actually the world premiere of this draft version 2. Thank you very much for your participation. I'm really happy to have the really constructive the discussion and then active participation by giving us the feedback and question. That's really successful world premiere, I think. And then this kind of the consultation going on for the autumn circuit of the RIL meetings. The consultation as well, consultation is held as well in ICANN public comment the system, which is also the public comment is open until the 7th of November. So now the version 2 was out, and then consultation will go on until the November 7th. We have then another workshop is for us to review these precious inputs to us, and then we will work on the revising the version 2 to the version 3, hopefully to be the release candidate. And then this document will be considered through the NROEC and then the ICANN board in the next year to 2026 first quarter. Okay. All right, that's all. Thank you very much. If you had a comment or question, I'm happy to answer.
Okay, thank you, Akinori-san. And just one reminder, the public consultation will be due on 7th of November this year. So please feel free to share your comment and suggestion for the ICP2 public consultation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So I'd like to move to the next one, policy stick to Patron.
Good afternoon again. So, there it is. We had 2 sessions and 5 proposals today. So a quick reminder of the Policy SIG Charter. We are dealing with developing policies which relate to the management and use of Internet number resources. within the Asia-Pacific region, of course. These include policies for resources allocation, recovery and transfer, resource registration within OIS, reverse DNS, RPKI, and all the related services. Prop 162, who is privacy? The objective of this proposal was to suggest eliminating the unnecessary publication of APNIC member organization contact details in the APNIC OIS database. This proposal reached consensus during the OPM, and I will now give back the mic to the EC chair for the AMM consensus call.
Okay, thank you, Tom. The Prop 162, who is privacy, already passed the consensus process during the policy SIG, and right now looking for the rest of consensus process in the AMM. So I'd like to raise the, initially I'd like to see if anyone who are who are highly support this proposal, please raise your hand, including someone from remote. You can express from the Concord. Okay, right, thank you. Any of you who are support this proposal, please raise your hand higher. Okay, right, thank you. Any of you who is neutral to this proposal, please raise your hand. So any of you who are opposed this Prop 162, please raise your hand. Okay, so any of you who are strongly opposed Prop 162, please raise your hand. Okay, seeing none, I conclude the proposal passed the AMM consensus process. Now move back to the chair.
Thank you. So Prop 163, enhancing WHOIS transparency and efficiency through referral server implementation. This proposal did not have any feedback on the mailing list since the last OPM, and the author decided to drop it, so it was not presented during this OPM sessions. Prop 164, allocation of IPv6 resources longer than a /32 with a nibble boundary alignment. The policy change will reduce the minimum allocation size from a /32 to a /36 prefix to reduce the minimum amount of resources within which a member has to apply for, which in turn reduce the allocation of resources which are unnecessary and are allowed to them to maintain more accurate WHOIS AirDAP records. This proposal did not reach consensus at the OPM and was put back on the mailing list for further discussion. Prop 165, provision of IPv4 address space to IPv6 only network for transitional purposes. The objective aim is to enable organizations eligible to IPv6 provider gettable address space to request receive a limited IPv4 allocation, specifically a /24. This proposal did not reach consensus at the OPM and was put back on the mailing list for discussion. Prop 166, revocation of persistently non-functional RPKI certificate authority. This proposal suggests providing a mandate to APNIC to revoke RPKI resources certificates associated with long-time non-functional CA to reduce relying party workload. So this proposal reached consensus at the OPM, but raised concerns if it should be a policy or directly applied by Secretariat. So back to you, Kenny.
Okay, thank you, Patron. Regarding to Prop 166, actually we have the proposal, the Prop 166 passed the consensus in the policy SIG, but because consider the detailed requirement actually is concerned with APNIC operational requirement. So, however, he's still in the PDP process. So just talking about after consultation with all EC member, and we decide if the Prop 16 didn't pass through the consensus vote, consensus process, the EC will still direct the APNIC Secretariat to conduct the necessary operational requirement review and to see how we can detail the design for this requirement. And so that will be the decision from the EC. But because right now we're still in the consensus seeking process, so we're still willing to move forward for the consensus process. So, and for any of you who are strongly support this proposal, please raise your hand. Okay, thank you. For any of you who are support this proposal, please raise your hand. Thank you. Any of you who are neutral to the proposal, please raise your hand. Okay, thank you. Any of you who are against the proposal, please raise your hand. Okay, any of you who are strongly against the proposal, please raise your hand higher. Okay. Oh, I conclude the proposal reached consensus. Move to the next round. I go back to the chair.
Thank you. Prop 167, publish statistics on directory service usage. The proposal suggests to provide APNIC members and stakeholders with visibility into the use of WHOIS and AirDAP services. This proposal reached consensus during the OPM. And back to you, Kenny.
Thank you. So we move to the AMM consensus process. For any of you who strongly support this proposal, please raise your hand. Thank you. For any of you who support this proposal, please raise your hand. Thank you. Any of you who are neutral to the proposal, please raise your hand. Thank you. Any of you who are opposed to the proposal, please raise your hand. Any of you who strongly oppose the proposal, please raise your hand. Okay, right. Thank you. I conclude the proposal reached consensus during the AMM. Back to chair.
Oh. Was that the last one? No. What happened? Something's wrong. Yep. No, it's done. Yeah, oh, okay, that's it. I wish I could carry on. So, come on, and au revoir.
Okay, hold on. And first of all, I'd like to sing on behalf of the entire APNIC Executive Council. I'd like to thank Patron for your great contribution over the past few years. Leading the policy stick is very, a lot of workload to the Patron. And we appreciate your contribution to the APNIC community as well. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you, Patron. Right now, I'd like to move to the next one, Corporation 6 by Joy.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is a report for the Cooperation Special Interest Group. And what our charter is for cooperation is that we want to serve as a forum, as a platform for all the people in the community to be able to talk about different internet issues and topics that we are concerned about. In the past, like you have heard, we've been bringing the topic on ICP2 review, the WISES, and jurisdiction, cybersecurity, all sort of things. So those are our chatter. And for this time, for APNIC 60, our highlight, which is the theme for us, is to bridging the gap, the technical voices in the global internet policies. And some of the things that we touched, which I think is important for us to remember, is the multi-stakeholder participation is still very, very important. And we're trying to balancing and avoid this unintentional bias for the policy formation early enough at the stage. And also the technical experts, which we consider ourselves as a technical community, that we need to exercise the communication skill in a simple, effective approach for easier understanding with the policyholder or the IG community. And as an outcome or conclusion that we know that we are asking again for your utilizing this cooperation SIG as a bridge between the different communities. We want to engage in the challenges to integrate the technical perspectives into the government-led digital strategies and policymaking, and also paving the way, building the young generations, equip them for the diversified skills. So altogether, we can building a better resilience and a safe internet for all of us in the community. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Joy. Next, I'd like to invite NIR SIG report by Yun. Let's welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Owen from NIC Chess, and my contact is Danju. Today, I'll be happy to give you our report. Back about the chapter. As you know, the chapter of NIC is to share information relating to the operations, policy, and procedure of national internet registries with the aim of promoting global cooperation both among the NIS and APNIC as well. At this meeting at NIC, we are very happy to can follow up the chapter with 4 presentation and a panel discussion. For the 4 presentation, I just with the update about regarding to from the CNIC. You can see the detail on the slide. Yeah, I saw that CNIC, CWNIC, KISA, and NICI has a good activity to support their communities. Almost they focus on IPv6 APKI with the workshop, and they promote the activity for deploy IPv6 and APKI in this community. And now the key point of CNIC is the focus on IPv6, and they have a good number of IPv6. In Taiwan, you can see in APNIC update, normally they have a good activity focused on APKI rollout with a good number of RA and RV as well. And with the workshop and engagement forum this year. From KISA, yeah, we think that it's important from South Korea that they have a focus on APKI, and they had the roadmap in look forward in the next 3 to 5 years we get 50% of ROI. And in India, now they also have the promote IPv6 as well, and also they have some webinar and workshop in this year, and also they have the Internet Governance Internship and Capital Building Scheme. It's some of the key point of the 4 NAS. And the main key point of the NIC is APNIC meeting that I think that we are very happy to have the owner of the CEO and leaders from APNIC and 7 NIS. We're very happy to discuss regarding to the topic NIS and APNIC Internet because strengthening growth, cooperation, and innovation That is the key point we got after the discussion. A lot of information they are sharing at the NIC. So I just I think that is the outcome to focus on the 5 points. That I believe that APNIC and NIS will be continue to play the important role in the regional and national as well. And also, almost we believe that there are some challenges on the internet and some NIS and APNIC as well, and also some company here can face a challenge like the global connectivity, cybersecurity, IoT, AI, and something like that. And the key technology, I believe that NIS would love to focus on the next decade. That the focus on IPv6 and IPv6 only, and RPKI as well. And I believe that it's a good opportunity to collaborate among NIS and APNIC as well, and it's also the important thing we should to do in the next future. And finally, I think is I would love to give the main suggestion from the the treaty of APNIC that we would love to have the group together. APNIC and NIS. We hope that we can work together better and support together, not only for the national internet regulatory community, but also APNIC community as well. That's all my update. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the NIL-SIG report. The last one, I'd like to invite Tachi for routing security SIG report. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Taiji, Routing Security SIG co-chair, and this time Terry Suicher comes as chair. So next time we will have the chair and co-chairs. This is a chart. This SIG is to provide a platform to discuss the operational issues and best practices to secure global internet routing, and to develop and clarify development of services, and top focuses on information sharing, outreach, capability building, and other activities very wide. Okay. We have 4 presentations this time. 3 are invited talks. One is from Vietnam about the deployment of ROA coverage and the ROV. Along with the presentations, the national coordination can lead to significant improvements. The second one is about the deployment itself. He was mentioned about the standardization and the organizational things like decision making. The third one is about the survey on historical changes from early days from BGP and RPKI. Those are very informative and impressive. So you can see the actual presentation slides on the web page. The last one is from a student's study. He was the fellowship attendees from the last time, APNIC 59. So he was done his great job. This is the second time and doing presentations. His presentation about the future. If we will have this type of routing, only ROV valids are adopted to the routing system. What is needed is his question. Outcomes and actions. There are a few philosophical discussions this time. As you may know, the RPKI is not a starting up phase. its deployment phase. So we need to discuss from multiple aspects. Sometimes we need to think about the money, decision making, system development, and training or other aspects of the deployment, appropriate deployment. Then we have many of the considerations, but I try to introduce this session as things like this: promotes an accurate understanding of technology and contributes to productive activities. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Taiji. I'd like to open my floor. If you have any question, comment, suggestion, please go before the mic and share us your name and affiliation. Thank you. Any question? Okay, hearing none, so we probably can. So right now we already covered everything on our agenda for AMN. And before we end the section, I'd like to congratulate for anyone who elect in the election. And the leadership position in the APNIC is a contribution role. Actually, you need to serve for the community. And I'd like to thank on behalf of the community, thank you for your contribution. And also I'd like to especially thank you, Tom, for your long supporting and commitment to the APNIC community. And also my last word to the entire NC member for your tireless support and preparation for the ICP2 document. I think that's a great work for these 2 years. And I'd like to thank you all the NC member and all the supporting team. So we already covered everything in the AMN. I'd like to conclude this section is finished. And let's go back to take a break. Pass over to Jaro.
Thank you. All right, the next segment, we will be having a closing keynote. This is the first time we're doing that. So it's a little bit special in this way. It's different from the usual. So I'd like to introduce our test. Test. Okay, back to normal. Okay, so I'll take this opportunity to introduce our closing keynote speaker, Rene Fichtmüller. I think most of us are very familiar with him, if not all of us. Rene is the evangelical optician from Flex Optics, and he's very well known in our community, participating in almost all our events within the region. You can see him in a lot of the NOCs, not just in the Asia Pacific region, but in the Africa region as well, and also contributing to community-driven IXPs, and he's played a key role in supporting our community. Rene and Flex Optics have been a supporter of the fellowship program for APNIC as well, and we are very grateful for his support. And more recently, Rene has advocated for raising awareness and action on mental health and workplace culture. So his keynote is on this topic. But before we hand the time to Rene, can we go to the next slide just quickly? I really like this slide, so I thought to share this with everybody because Rene posted this on his Facebook, and those who follow him on both Facebook and LinkedIn, social media-wise, he has a lot of good following there. I really like this slide because Rene, as a community member, differentiated for us who sometimes we are not sure why we attend different events. Actually, he posted for us like why he attends different events. And he actually differentiates for you to understand why, like, why do you attend a NOG? It's more for the operating community. And what's the difference between attending a NOG versus coming for an APNIC meeting? And he made that very clear too, that at APNIC meeting, it is about policy. And if you don't care about it, don't contribute to it, that affects your operations as well as a network operator in our community too. So that's a very simple way of illustrating difference. And I do say this in different places, but I talk about, we rely on our community. Our governance model is based on a bottom-up, community-driven model, and our community's voices are what is most important for us. So I really appreciate Renee. Even just a simple post has had such a huge impact for me personally as well, and I hope that I can share that with everybody and you can enjoy this picture together. Now, without further ado, let's all put our hands together to welcome Renee for our closing keynote. Then in the meantime, our EC, thank you very much. We can all go to join the audience as well. Thank you.
Hello. I give you time to not step down, to join to the other side. Relax a little bit. Thanks for your time during the members meeting. Yeah. Here we are. Last talk. After 1 week of conference and additional week of workshops with Shane and all instructors, many thanks for it. I know it was a hard time to organize the workshop, etc. Also, I'm a little bit nervous, so many thanks. So first of all, thanks for the invitation and make it possible for the speak. It's for me in person, this is a very important topic. The reason is if you're a manager, if you're a boss, you're very fast in your decisions and all this kind of stuff. I know it from myself. I want to introduce myself again. My name is René. I'm skipping the last name. It's a little bit difficult. It's too German, but you spelled it well. Perfect. I'm working for FlexOptics since 2018. So we built up a team. We are the evangelical opticians. So we are traveling. Each of us got a special region. So I was the last years in APEC. I'm handling this over APEC region to a colleague of mine. But Australia, New Zealand, and also APNIC meetings are still with me. Why I'm talking about the topic. So I'm getting old. I need to check how it works. So I'm going back in time. Sander is also here. Sander founded the Global NOC Alliance. We're working together. Sander is board member. I'm chairman. We are supporting a lot of NOC meetings with software, with education, with mentoring, and all this kind of stuff. We're introducing to speaker, to sponsors. We are helping people out of our industry who have the idea to found a NOC. And why I'm personally very focused on a NOC meeting is like a NOC is a neutral space of knowledge sharing without competition mindset, without anything. That's the reason I love it. In 2019, we attended we attended an NOC in 2019, and Eric was going to stage with a topic working in a toxic environment. I think Sander knows exactly how the situation was. It was like he came up with a topic and it was silent. Everyone was listening. And he was right. We need to talk about it. The reason is nobody wants to stand up. And everyone is saying, when you find your own vulnerability, you're weak. That's wrong. Nobody is weak, only when you're standing up and saying it's too much for me, you know what I mean? Eric was completely right with what he was explaining. Our industry is burning out every one of us when we are not aware about the situation and we are reacting positive. The last time when I met Eric was like CloudFest 2024. And in May, after RIPE meeting, I think, correct me please, Sander, 1 week after RIPE meeting, he passed away. During the Cloud Fest, I had a long conversation with Eric to say we need to proceed with it. The reason was like, I was diagnosed with ADHD and impulse control disorder. I was also manager in the past for a big conference, for big companies, and I had a team with 180 sales members and all this kind of stuff in Germany and in Switzerland and US. And I created also a toxic environment with, to be honest, with KPIs, which I got, which are never reachable. When I'm going back in time, when I was younger and I was working for such companies, I had a meaning for employees, for teammates. I had low performer and no performer in my team. And that's not okay. That's the reason why I decided to work on this topic. I don't want to teach anybody. I don't want to say you need to change. I want to bring awareness in our industry to change your mindset, to change probably also a couple of things in your team. We are going back a little bit in my life. So I'm getting 46 next week. I left my parents' house. It was 1996, was 15 years old. Had a couple of breaks between. I learned chef in the kitchen, office clerk, and I studied IT. But in 2011, it was like I was sick of everything. I was tired. I was burnt out. I don't have any motivation to survive all the pressures. I was like consuming a lot of alcohol. I was consuming also a little bit stuff we are normally not wants to consume, but to survive like hard times of timelines and schedules and all this kind of stuff in my life. And yeah, in 2011, everything was breaking together. So I had a point in my life I wanted to give it an end. So I had a suicide attempt. I wanted to jump in front of a train, and the person was pushing me back, and it was life-saving, and it was also experience what came afterwards. It was like I got a special treatment. This is next 40 kilometers from my house. I was staying 3 months in a clinic, in a closed unit with a 24-hour supervision. I was detoxed from alcohol and from all the other things. I got 6 months of rehab and almost 1 year off of my job. And why I'm talking about the topic, everyone came to me, René, why? It's important. When we're not talking about it, we can't change anything. When we're not talking about it, we don't face it. So as I'm always saying, I love my job. You know, I don't work. I live my job. So it's also toxic. It's like you're lying to yourself. You know what I mean? To don't have a break with your job in private life is toxic for yourself. So I changed it. I love my work, yes. But when I'm at home, I have a block time in my schedule. When I'm together with my daughter and my wife, I'm not working. I'm not doing any calls. I'm not doing any emails. I'm doing nothing. When the lady is going to bed, I'm working from 7:30 to midnight or whatever. This is my personal different schedule, how I'm working around with it. But this is also very, very hard when I'm traveling. So different time zones, almost 20 hours availability. Like here, it's to Germany, I think 5 hours. So I'm getting tired, and my colleagues are coming up and saying, hey, yes, We had good sleep, good family time. We are recharged, and now we coming up. What I mentioned before is like vulnerability is not weak. It gives you power when you identify your own vulnerability. And the vulnerability in your team means what I mentioned also before is like in our industry, we try to provide the best service. We try to provide fast bandwidths, fast infrastructures, but we are paying for it. A lot of friends out in our industry, my friends was saying, I'm tired. I'm tired of deadlines. I'm tired of KPIs when you're working in business development, etc., etc. We at Flex Optics, we don't work with KPIs. It makes sick from our point of view. Deadlines are, we need to have deadlines, but in the end, it's like, who is deciding what is the right deadline? You're speaking, you identify the deadlines with your team, or the manager is coming. Until then, it needs to be done. I think it's normally until then it needs to be done, and the manager is coming to the team and saying, so, that's the timeline, please proceed. But in the end, it's not right. We need to sit down. We have different kind of personalities in our teams. We have different motivations, and we have different possibilities of human beings. This is what I'm saying always. When I'm talking to a team inside of our company or to other people, I'm not judging if you are female, a male. I'm not doing this. A male can give more power, female not. No, for me, it's a human capital. It's a full personality. When someone is like, can't push like other people, I'm doing something wrong in my team. I need to balance it, you know. Digital isolation. I'm coming back to the members meeting. Yeah, we are moving out of our owned house, apartment, what we have as an office at APNIC. The reason is we don't need the space. The reason is so many people are working from home. To be honest, that's wrong. So in our company, we have established like, how you call it, 3 presence days. You need to be at the office. And the other 2 days, you can be in the office, but no need for it. You can work remotely. Why 3 days? It's like beginning Monday, Wednesday, Friday meetings. To have face-to-face meetings to see how your colleague is working, how he is motivated, how the project is reading in. Do he needs or she needs help? You know what I mean? It's like when you're working only digital remotely, you don't see it. You have a call, everything is cool, but nobody's talking about the feeling and how they are like struggling to stand up and say, I need more time. Timeline is too short. I need more motivation or whatever, or help. What we try to have is almost a perfect personality to say, no, nothing. But the reality is completely different. Inside of everyone else, they're struggling to say, I need help. And that's very simple. It's we have a couple of things that are not visible when we're working with human beings together. No room for mistakes. Everyone is expecting a perfect project, a perfect scheduled timeline. Give me, handle the project over in time and don't go over. Lack of trust. That's really toxic. When you have the feeling you can't trust anybody in your company longer. Everyone is against you. But nobody is coming to you, hey, man, René, that's wrong. We love you. We do everything. But what you need, this is what everyone is expecting. Excessive stress is like also what I mentioned before. Pushing, 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 pushing. For me, it was like the last years, it was since I started at Flex Optics. I'm traveling with like 200 plus days since 2003. Right now, I'm starting to cool it down to 150, 100 days. And it's good. It feels good. I'm a little bit more relaxed. I have more time for my wife, more time for my family, for my parents. They're getting also older. And at some point, I need to say goodbye. But when I was too much working, too less time for my parents or for my family, at some point it kicks you back. Office gossip. Hey, yo, did you have seen Dave? Huh? Did a couple of workshops the last years and now he's doing policy. Huh? Sorry, Dave, but I know I can do it with you, man. I respect you and you know exactly. So, but this is typical office gossip, you know. You're saying no, but when he says it's hard for me to listen to such things, office gossip. It's normal on a coffee machine, on a fridge, between office doors and all this kind of stuff. Oh, did you have seen who I can pick now? Charmin. You have seen Charmin haven't reached KPIs the last 6 months. You know what? It's the same. Why are you not going and asking, hey, Charmin, what you need, how I can support you? Hey, Dave, I'm proud of you. Do you need any support to go a little bit faster into the policy topic, a little more structured and all this kind of stuff? That's the solution. High turnover rates. I had a long conversation with a couple of HR people. And I had this year also a couple of sick days or sick leave days. The reason was my wife, Claudia, was diagnosed a couple of years back with a gene defect to get, it's called BRCA1. It's a very aggressive form of a gene defect to get a very aggressive cancer. So we had a couple of surgeries and the deal was with my boss to say, okay, I'm going for a sick leave and done. But then I said, okay, I'm coming back and my HR came to me and asked me, hey, what we're doing right now, do you need to go partial back to your job or full time? I said, what do you think how it works? I'm traveling like 15 hours to a country and working part-time. But this is what you can do. When you have a high turnover rate and a high amount of sickness days or sick leave days, sit together and talk. What's the problem? How you can support each other? Unhealthy work boundaries. It's like what I said. It's like always on. Yeah, sitting at home on a couch, checking emails, checking your internal chat system and all. That's why you're at home. Off. That's the solution. Lack of career support. It's also you're working, but nobody is supporting you. Nobody is giving you opportunity to be like a project lead, a team lead or whatever. Low moral, negativity. It's like when you have teammates in your team or a company, they're always negative. That's not good for the whole motivation. You need to work against it. And work against it is probably sit down and ask, what's your problem? How we can solve it? How we can support to be a little bit more positive? Sick guilt. This is also, especially when you have like me, ADHD, okay, sometimes more HDDs than H. At some point, I need to say, yes, ADHD is very fast diagnosed, etc., but I have also very hard depression. So when I'm working, when I'm on travel, I don't have a problem. When I'm staying at home, I need to motivate myself. Here, I have my schedule. I need to be on a conference, I have meetings, etc., My body is like working, my brain is working. But at home, I'm bringing my daughter to the kindergarten, I'm kicking out my wife to work. It's hard, but she's leaving at 7 or 7:30, and then I'm at home until everyone is coming back. And what I'm doing, I prefer to stay on the couch and watching like Border Control Australia. So it's a no-brainer. No, it's no-brainer. Huh? What? Sunny? Exactly. So, but the thing is, yeah, we are laughing, but that's a no-brainer. DMAX, we have like Parker, Schnabel looking for gold. You know what I mean? That's no-brainer for me without thinking about it, but enjoying it. And then you're sleeping away for 1-2 hours. I call it my pre-afternoon nap of 2 or 3 hours. And then after lunchtime, I have my afternoon nap for 2-3 hours. So. But yeah, it's funny, but that's reality sometimes when you're staying at home. That's the reason I'm saying, okay, remote work for completely is also wrong. We lost a lot of human being interactivity, what we have and what we need normally when we're going into the office. So it's a reality. It's you can grab the numbers. It's like the hardest part for me is like how this is working. Yeah. The mental health challenges. That's a very hard, it's very, very hard to motivate people to stand up and talk about it. This is what I try. I've also, in the end, you will see, I started a project. I want to help with my experience and experience from other people to be a mentor, to support people that are struggling with mental health. And it's possible. I can't help 500 people, but 1, 2, 3, 4, it's a multiplicator. When they're happy, they're doing the same. The guild culture, it's like always on what I mentioned before, the passion trap. I love my job. Yes. Huh? You're too, Gio, right? I know it. But in the end, you're lying to yourself. I know I love my job. You love my job. You, everyone. But in the end, you need to have a break. That's reality. You need to recharge yourself. What I started is like, since I had my first trip to Bhutan a couple years ago, we're doing also fellowship sponsoring since ages for APNIC. For me is Alpha Lama. He is organizing a couple of retreats. When I'm going to Bangkok, I have a 4, 6, 8 hours retreat with meditation. 5 years ago, I said, what? Meditation? Not with me, but it helps to calm down, relax a little bit. Nobody is talking about what costs. When we're going back in time, when I was doing business concepts, I was calculating one factor. It was the human capital. Human capital. We said, you doing good work, you're expensive for us. Not you're getting too much money. It's like from the perspective. We are paying when we have a high turnover rate, when we have a high amount of sickness leave days, it costs us money. We are losing money as a company. So, and then you need to balance it. It's like you have business cost, innovation cost, when you like have a part in your company who is like working on your products, the timeline is overdue, but you're saying, hey, it's only, the only reason is you're not here. But that's wrong. He is sick. She is sick. Whatever. They can't work. But I know exactly how it works. And sometimes I need to say, I see it also in our home company. I'm sorry for it, but that's the truth. When I'm going into Vietnam, we have a couple of really good examples. One is Mindcare. It's a startup in mental health. But what they're living and what they are like praying to other companies to support companies to have a better health system in the company, they're doing it also for own employees. Each of the employees getting a 12 like vouchers, coupons for treatments. Momo, it's the same. They have like a Wednesday off meeting. No meetings on Wednesday. Instead, they're offering like wellness webinars, as an example. Who from you is have a 1 day off in a week without calls? Who? I know. Philip, you're like me. It helps also. 1, 2 days in a week, no calls. It's hard, but it's possible. What we can learn. What I've learned, and I had a conversation also with a couple of HR people, recruiters, etc. Everyone is recruiting people with special perks. It's a fruit basket in the office, in the kitchen, you have full day access to it, free water, sparkling, medium, silent. For me, no motivation, I need more Coke. It's different, but it's fine. But everyone also, when we're talking about like crisis and prevention and talking to people who are struggling, it's a crisis reaction. Only when we see something happens right now, people are sick, we're going and checking why. Why we are not looking into why. And then you're coming down and saying, okay, now we have a mental health concept in our company when we are exactly like doing tests with our colleagues, not really tests or you are sick or not. No, asking, talk. Ask your teammates, are you okay? It's very important. Who was asking his colleague the last 4 weeks, at least minimum once, are you okay? Not so much, huh? But it's important. It's only a question, and then you can proceed. It's very simple. Build up safe spaces in your company. Have the possibility that people can go back, meditate or whatever, pray, go down for a half hour or whatever. Everyone is saying, oh, you left a half hour, you need to work longer. Why? That's not okay. Listen. Listen to your colleagues. When someone is showing you, I'm sick, I'm not okay, please come talk to me. Everyone is coming down and saying, yeah, please, when you have a problem, come to me, then we can talk. And then the peer guy or the person is coming, your colleague, and saying, oh, I have a problem, yeah, I don't have time. And then they're disappearing, you know. Don't offer when you're not okay to help. I've seen so many people that wants to help me. But then when I needed the help, I was like disappearing immediately. Immediately, in my own company. I have more relation, and I talked more to the last years with Dave, with Terry, with Shamim about my situation, my struggles and all this kind of stuff, what happens, my impulse control disorder, what I need to swallow for pills. And my own company guys are saying, yeah, it's nice, cool, sorry for it. That's also not okay. When someone is talking to you and have a problem, help. This is what I mean with take meaningful actions. Stick on what you say, stick on what you offer. So what I said, I started a project. It was like named by Open Ears. Have open ears for colleagues, have open ears for your industry, have open ears also for your family. I'm not talking only about work. And then I got some letters from lawyers and said, oh, open ears, please go away or you pay. So I said, okay, we need a new name, Toxic Free Tech. I don't care about the naming. What I start or what I try to start is like a platform which is completely anonymous. You can register an account, you can say, hey, I need help. We have a network, global network of people who struggled and survived to be a mentor for people that need help. I'm working on this since 2 years right now. What is included is like forums, recommendations for how to cool down, how to survive, how to meditate, You can download like applications, apps for iOS, for Android. Hopefully I will live end of this year. And also like ideas how to structure a better work life in your company as a base concept. And we need to talk also on such events, APNIC, NIC, NOC meetings, more and more and more. I know so many people, they're struggling in our industry, but don't mention it, don't stand up and say. When nobody is standing up and coming to us and saying, hey, I need help, nothing will change. A final ask from me. I don't want to be the teacher. I don't want to say this is the right direction for the future, but I want to have only one thing. Don't go home silent. Raise your topic, exactly this topic, inside of your company, inside of your community, and talk about it. How it looks like in your company, also family, probably. And then speak about, and then we can follow up. I'm open for it. When anybody wants to talk, please contact me. You can scan this QR code. You have all my social media, WhatsApp, whatever. And then we can proceed. That's it. Thanks for listening. Any questions? So what I forgot, Molly. Thank you, Molly, for a great conference, man. Thanks, sir. I appreciate it. Any questions before I'm leaving the stage? Thanks again. Pleasure.
Thank you so much, Renee. I totally agree. Being able to talk about your vulnerability is not a weakness. It is courage. It is being brave. So this is the last 10 minutes. I know people are already starting to get tired, so this is the last part. So I need to give a vote of thanks, and please do join me to thank. It's a pretty long list. We'll go through it quickly. Sorry, it doesn't want to work. All right. So please join me to thank our local host, APNIC, for hosting us here. Anyone from APNIC? Next up, our gold sponsors. I'll call three at the same time: UpG, AWS, and VeriSign. Anyone from AWS? Tina, not here? All right, that's VeriSign. Nope. Okay, let's move on. And our fellowship sponsors, Flex Optics, ISOC, and TWNIC. Next, AMM sponsors CNIC, HKIX, JPNIC, KISA, and TWNIC again. But TWNIC don't have to come up again. Otherwise, we have to be too long, sorry. CNIC, no? Okay. Internet sponsor, Viettel and VNPT. Any representatives from Viettel or VNPT? No? Thank you. And Wi-Fi sponsor is Viettel. Bronze sponsor, IIJ, Internet Initiative Japan, and Nixie. All right, thank you again to all our sponsors. All right, a few more. So again, a big thank you to our SIG chairs, all that work here at the conference and also before. Policy SIG chair and co-chairs, Baton, Jing Heng and Shaila. NR SIG chair and co-chair, Wang and Yu Zhen. Cooperation SIG chair and co-chair, Joy and Bikram. Routing Security SIG Chair, Acting Chair Taiji. Thank you. And also thank you to our NRNC and SIG and INRC election chair, Mr. Bing, election scrutineers, John Sui Ting and Yin Chin, and all our election nominees and participants. And congratulations to those who were elected for NRNC, Davish, Policy SIG, Bikram as chair, and Shaila re-elected as co-chair, and NR SIG chair, Wang re-elected by acclamation. I think we have some more. Cooperation SIG chair, Joy, re-elected by acclamation. Routing Security SIG chair, Terry, elected by acclamation. INRC, Fujisaki-san, elected by acclamation. And thank you for our outgoing community leaders, Marty, INRC member Jing Heng, Routing Security SIG Acting Chair Taiji, but will be continuing as the co-chair. Thank you. And Policy SIG Baton. Thank you so much. Okay, I think we're almost there. Program committee members, our PC, co-chairs, Shamim, Mr. Zhang, Shane, our fellowship committee members, mentors and fellows, our keynote speakers, session speakers, RR colleagues, RR board members who joined, and guests, and everyone who attended in person and remotely. Thank you for making this event a success. Now, we ask everyone to save the date for Apricot 2026. I take this opportunity to invite Arif, our host for Apricot, to come on stage to say a few words. Arif.
Hello everyone. My name is Arif, Indonesia Internet Association Chairman, or APNIC and APNIC. So, before I begin, let me just say Da Nang is such a beautiful city and with amazing beaches and also warm hospitality. I must confess, I'm biggest fan of pho. It's correct, I say pho, because I already tried even in the 7 different restaurants while I'm here. I think it might be need to come back to Vietnam just to finish the rest of the pho restaurant in here. And also, I'm say very special thanks to APNIC, to our gracious host, not only for organizing such a great event, but also for giving me this excuse to return back to Vietnam. Between the hospitality and the food, you made it. Please, big applause to APNIC. This week is incredible. The community spirit, the knowledge share, and the friendship. I want to sincerely thank also to APNIC, the organizer, the speaker, and everyone who contribute to the making this conference such a success. Now, I am very excited to share some news. In 2026, as Jarong said, APNIC will be coming back to Jakarta. It has been 19 years actually since Indonesia last host APNIC in 2007, and we couldn't be more really happy to bring it back. Jakarta is safe because all of you asking me, thank you. But I will give you my personal guarantee to make you safe in Jakarta. Vibrant city with huge tax community, rich culture, and warm hospitality also. And of course, the amazing Indonesian food is so famous. Nasi goreng, satay, rendang, gado-gado, and of course, spicy sambal. We will give it all to you. And there is plenty of for you to enjoy beyond the conference hall. We cannot wait to welcome you and all create another unforgettable APNIC moment together in Jakarta next year. And before I close, let me share a little pantun. Pantun is a traditional Indonesian rhyme. Nasi goreng and satay too. Rendang flavor waiting for you. Come to Jakarta and do not delay. We'll welcome you in a very special way. Thank you and terima kasih. Good day everyone, I'm Muhammad Arif, Chairman of APGI, Indonesia Internet Association. It is an honor to extend an invitation to each of you to APNIC 2026 in Jakarta, Indonesia. We look forward to seeing you in Jakarta in 2026.
All right, and that's a wrap. Test. All right, and that's a wrap. Thank you everyone for all your energy the past week and really contributing to a lot of robust discussions. I look forward to seeing all of you, spending some time at the social later, and also seeing all of you at different events throughout the year until we meet again at APNIC. Now, before the event, officially we wrap up, and before we go for a social, as usual, we have one small AOB, which is photo taking together with Archie. So let's just follow instructions from there, and then we'll wrap up the event. Thank you very much. Thank you.